In the busy town of Enugu, there lived a beautiful young girl named Ada. Ada was 25 years old. She had bright eyes like morning dew and skin as smooth as palm oil. But what everyone noticed most about her was how much she loved her phone. Ada was what people would call the Gen Z girl. She was always on her phone, snapping selfie, making videos, checking her likes, and watching TikTok and Instagram reels. Her phone was her best friend, her mirror, and even her pillow at night. Her parents, Mama Ada and Papa Ada, were simple traders. They loved their daughter so much, but they often complained, Ada, must you take pictures of your food before eating? Mama Ada would shout as Ada filmed her steaming jollof rice for her Snapchat followers. This girl go use that phone chop madness one day. Papa Ada would grumble. But Ada would only laugh and say, Daddy, don't worry. One day, I will be a big influencer. I will make money just by posting pictures. She believed it with all her heart. One day, while working at the market to buy tomatoes for her mother, Ada met a young man named Obinna. Obinna was kind, hardworking, and most especially humble. He had just returned from Lagos, where he finished his NYSC. He had a good job and a gentle smile. When Obinna saw Ada, he was struck by her beauty. When he spoke to her, he was even more surprised by her loud laughter and quick jokes. You are different from the other girls in this town, he said. Ada smiled. Of course, because I'm a social media babe, she joked, flipping her braids and striking it. They laughed together. Soon, Obinna and Ada started talking every day. They went on walks, ate roasted corn together, and shared dreams under the stars. Obinna told her he wanted to build a house and future, start a family, and live a peaceful life. No noise, no drama. Ada nodded and smiled, but she still posted every single thing on her social media. She would snap their dates and post with the caption, "My baby is spoiling me." She would even go live during quiet moments just to show her followers how perfect her love life was. Even when Obinna wanted to have a serious talk, she would say, "Wait, let me record this. My fan will see how romantic you are." Obinna didn't like it, but he kept quiet. After 1 year of dating, Obinna asked her to marry him because he loved her so much. "Will you marry me, Ada?" he said, kneeling down with a ring. Ada screamed and jumped up and down, but not before pulling out her phone and going live on Instagram. Oh my God, he's proposing. Say yes or no in the comment section. Obinna felt a little embarrassed, but he smiled. After all, he loved her. Soon, they had a beautiful traditional wedding. The whole village came. There was music, food, drinks, and dancing. Ada posted every moment on her Instagram stories and TikTok page. Even when they went inside the room for bride price, she tried to sneak a video. Her mother pulled her aside. "Ada, marriage is not content. It is real life. Stop recording and start living." Ada laughed. "Mama, you don't understand. This is how we do it in this generation." Obinna and Ada moved into a small but beautiful flat in town. Everything was perfect at first, but soon the problem began. Ada would wake up and grab her phone before even greeting her husband. She would spend hours taking videos of herself dancing, doing makeup tutorials, or arguing with strangers online. When Obinna came back from work, she hardly looked up from her screen to even welcome him back. "Honey, can we talk?" he would ask gently, "Not now, babe. I'm live. Just wave to my followers and go. I'll talk to you later, please," she would say. One day, Obinna came home early with something special. He had bought 2 fresh catfish and wanted them to cook together, just like old times. But coincidentally, Ada had accepted a brand deal to do a fish pepper soup tutorial for a client on YouTube. Instead of cooking with Obinna, she turned it into a video. She shouted at him because he caught the fish wrongly for the camera. "You have spoiled the shot. Why can't you follow simple instructions?" she screamed. Obinna looked at her and said nothing. Later that night, he sat her down. "Ada, I married you because I love you, not for your followers. I want a wife, not a social media manager. Can you have just one day without your phone, please?" Ada hissed. "So now you want to control my life, right? This is who I am. If you can't accept it, maybe you should leave." Obinna was hot with those words. He stood up and went to sleep on the couch in the living room. From that day, things got worse. Every little issue became a content. If they argue, she posted it as relationship wahala. When Obinna forgot their anniversary, she went online and ranted, "Men are scum, even the one I'm married to." Her followers would clap, drop laughing emojis, but Obinna was crying silently in his heart. One day, Obinna packed his bag because he was already tired and fed up. He left a note on the bed. "I try to love you, but I cannot compete with your phone, Ada. When you are ready to be a wife and not a content creator without space for her husband, look for me. Until then, goodbye, Obinna." Ada came back from a TikTok event and saw the note. She thought it was a joke. She posted a sad selfie with a caption, "He left me. Should I beg him or move on?" Her followers laughed, liked, and gave advice, but none of them knew the pain that was coming. None of them would sleep next to her in the cold. None of them would hold her when she cried at night. And slowly, Ada would learn that social media can give you likes, but not love. The house felt different now after Obinna left. Everywhere became quiet, too quiet. The kitchen was no longer filled with laughter and the sound of Obinna humming as he cooked. The sitting room, once alive with their conversation and silly joke, now echo with only one sound: Ada phone's notification. Ding, ding, ding. Someone liked your reel. You have a new comment. 500 views in 30 minutes. But none of those sounds could comfort her heart. Ada sat on the sofa, scrolling through old pictures of her and Obinna laughing at the restaurants, dancing in the rain, and smiling at their wedding. Back then, she has posted them with hashtags like #PowerCouples, #Married and Blessed, #Relationship Goals. Now, those posts felt like lies. She has over 25,000 followers, but none of them asked her how she really felt. That was really not their business. They only wanted her to keep posting, to entertain, to dance, to cry on camera, to turn her life into a story for them to watch. And Ada gave them what they wanted. Every day, she posted more sad quotes, emotional videos, relationship advice she didn't follow. People loved it. They didn't know she was crying for real. She told herself she was fine. Obinna will come back, she said. He just needs time. But weeks passed, then months. Obinna didn't call. He didn't text. He had blocked her on Instagram and even WhatsApp. Even his family ignored her. One Sunday afternoon, she went to her parents' house for advice. She sat on a plastic chair in the veranda, eyes red from tears, but still holding her phone tightly. Her father looked at her for a long time before speaking. "My daughter, do you know the story of the woman who married her mirror?" Ada wiped her nose. "Is it one of those old folk tales again, Papa?" "Yes, but this one is for people like you." He cleared his throat and began. "Once upon a time, there was a beautiful woman who loved her mirror more than anything. She looked into it morning and night, always checking her beauty. But one day, a good man came to marry her. But she told him this: 'You will always be second to my mirror.' The man left. She kept looking into the mirror, hoping to see love. But all the mirror ever showed her was herself, alone. In the end, she grew old and died, still staring at the mirror, waiting for someone to look back." Ada was silent. Her mother, Mama Ada, shook her head and added, "Ada, your phone is your mirror, but it doesn't love you. It can only show you what you want to see, not what you need to see." That night, Ada went home with heavy thoughts. For the first time, she didn't take a selfie or go live. She sat in the silence of her empty house and cried like a baby. She picked up her phone, looked at the screen, and whispered, "You made me lose my husband." But the phone only shined back at her, glowing cold and heartless. Days later, she tried to fix things. She posted an open apology to Obinna online. She made a video in tears. "Obinna, if you see this, please forgive me. I was foolish. I forgot what love means. I miss you. I need you. I will change. Please come home." The video went viral. People commented, "Oh, he will come back. This is so emotional, Ada. Stay strong, sis. Men don't know what they have until they lose it." But Obinna never replied. Ada even traveled to his office in Port Harcourt, where he relocated to. But the receptionist said, "Sorry, he doesn't want to see you." That day, something broke inside her. She stopped eating well. She stopped sleeping well. Her eyes became swollen. Even her fans started noticing. "You don't look happy anymore. Where is your glow, Ada? This is not the Ada we followed. Bring back our old Ada." One evening, as she scrolled through old photos again, she found something strange. It was a picture she had never posted. A selfie Obinna had taken of them in the kitchen. She was laughing. He was looking at her with love, but she didn't notice back then. She was too busy checking the camera's angle. Suddenly, her phone screen froze. Then it went black. Then it lighted up again, and a strange app appeared. Mirror of Truth. Click to see what matters most. Normally, this mirror of truth, when you scroll through Facebook, sometimes you get to see it. So don't be surprised it appears in this story, okay? Ada frowned. "What is this? I didn't download this." She clicked it. The screen turned into a mirror. Her face appeared, but something was different. In this mirror, she looked older. Her hair was messy. Her face was sad, and she was surrounded by phones, cameras, and ring lights, but she was alone. Then a voice spoke within her. "You gained followers, but you lost love. You gained attention, but lost peace. You became famous, but forgot yourself. Now you must choose, either to continue this path or change before it's too late." The screen went off. Ada dropped the phone in fear. She ran outside, breathing fast. as if she just saw what she's not supposed to see. It had to be a dream, but deep in her heart, she knew it wasn't. That night, she lay awake thinking all she had lost. The more she thought, the more she regretted. Her fingers itched to pick up her phone and post something as usual, but she forced herself not to. Instead, she took a pen and paper and wrote a letter. Dear Obinna, not for the followers, not for the fans. This is just for you. I miss you. I now understand what I did wrong. I chose the world over the one who loved me. I let strangers cheer me while you faded away. I regretted it with every part of me. If there is still a small space for me in your heart, I want to try again. Yours sincerely, Ada. She folded it, placed it in an envelope, and sealed it with hope. But would Obinna read it? Would he even care? Ada didn't know. But one thing was certain. She was finally beginning to understand something powerful. The lights on her phone can never replace the love in her home. The next morning, Ada woke up before the sun. For the first time in months, she didn't reach out for her phone. Instead, she picked up the envelope, the one containing the letter she had written a night before, the one meant for Obinna. She wore a simple dress, packed her natural hair into a scarf, and began walking to the bus stop. She planned to take the first bus to Port Harcourt, where Obinna now lived. Her heart beat fast. Her hand shook, but she had made up her mind. Just as she got to the gate, Mama Chinwe, their elderly neighbor, called out to her from her veranda. Ada, my daughter, where are you going this early morning with that sad face? Ada forced a smile. I'm going to beg Obinna now, Mama. I want my marriage back. I want my life back. Mama Chinwe looked at her for a moment and nodded. Good. You are finally waking up from your dreams. Ada made her way to the main road and boarded the bus to Port Harcourt. She held the letter in her hand tightly. The journey was long, and her mind was full of memories, good and bad. When she arrived at Obinna's office, the receptionist, recognizing her, looked at her strangely. Madam, he said he doesn't want to see you. Is it by force? But before Ada could reply, Obinna came out from the nearby room, holding files. He froze when he saw her. They stared at each other. No cameras, no phones, just silence. Ada stepped forward slowly. Obinna, please, just 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. He signed and nodded. They sat on a bench outside the office under a shade. Ada took out the letter and gave it to him. Open it and read quietly. When he looked up, his eyes were red. So now you understand, right? Yes, she whispered. And if I come back, will you go back to filming us again? Will I have to compete with your phone? No, I will put it down. I want to build real life again, not online life, please. But there is something I would love to request. Please, forgive me. I will do the work at home. I will attend to you. But please, can I post a little? Obinna was quiet. Then he said, come with me. Let's walk. No talking, just walk. And so they walked around the building, through a nearby street, and finally to a small garden. There, Obinna picked a flower and gave it to her. This was your favorite flower, I remembered. Ada's eyes wide up again. Then he said, this is not a yes, but it is a beginning. If you truly want this, prove it. not to the world, but to me. She nodded. I will. I will prove it to you every day. I'll do everything you want me to do. Please just come back home. That evening, Ada sat in a hotel room, not posting, not filming, just jotting with a pen. Notification came into the phone. She looked at it. Then she turned the face down. She was beginning to understand the real meaning of connection, and the journey of healing had finally begun.